Melbourne, Australia. December 4th, 1982. A baby is born. The delivery room goes silent. Not the good kind of silent. The terrified kind. The nurses look at each other. The doctors freeze. Nobody knows what to say. The baby has no arms. No legs. Just a torso and a head. The mother, Dushka, asks to hold her son. The nurse hesitates, then says, "I'm sorry, I don't think you should." But Dushka insists. They place the baby in her arms. She looks at him, and she breaks down crying. His name is Nicholas James Vujicic, and he will grow up to inspire millions around the world. But first, he'll have to survive childhood. This is not a story about disability. This is a story about purpose. This is about a boy who tried to end his life at age 8 because he couldn't see the point of living. This is about a man who learned to write, type, surf, and play drums without arms or legs. This is about traveling to 70 countries and speaking to 8 million people face to face. This is Nick Vujicic's complete story. And it begins with a diagnosis that had no precedent. Tetra-amelia syndrome. Extremely rare. Roughly 1 in 70,000 births. Characterized by the absence of all 4 limbs. In 1982, there was no warning. No prenatal test that could detect it. No way to prepare. Boris and Dushka Vujicic were Serbian immigrants in Australia. Christians. They'd prayed for a healthy baby. They'd done everything right. And their son was born without arms or legs. The doctors had no answers. No treatment. No roadmap. "We don't know if he'll be able to do anything," they said. "He might never walk, right, feed himself. You might need to institutionalize him." Dushka was devastated. For 4 months, she couldn't look at her son without crying. "Why us?" she asked God. "Why him?" But Boris said something that would define everything. "If God won't give us a miracle, then we'll be the miracle for our son." They brought Nick home, refused to institutionalize him, and decided to raise him as normally as possible. But normal was about to be very, very hard. Age 6. Nick starts school. Australian law required that disabled children be given the chance to attend regular school. Nick was the first child without limbs to be mainstreamed in Victoria. The first day, other kids stared. Some cried. Some ran away. Parents complained. "He's going to scare our children." Nick tried to make friends. But how do you play tag when you can't run? How do you play catch when you have no hands? How do you sit at a desk designed for children with arms and legs? The school made accommodations. Custom wheelchair. Special desk. Aid to help with basic tasks. But they couldn't stop the bullying. The bullying was relentless. Kids called him names. Monster. Alien. Freak. They'd ask him, "Why are you even alive? What can you even do?" Some kids were just curious, but even curiosity felt like cruelty. "What happened to your arms? Were you born that way? Can you feel things?" Others were cruel on purpose. They'd push his wheelchair, laugh at him, exclude him from everything. At age 8, Nick was alone. Completely alone. He had no friends. No one to sit with at lunch. No one to play with at recess. He'd watch other kids running, playing, hugging their parents, using their hands to draw, their feet to kick balls. And he'd think, "Why am I alive? What's the point?" Age 8. Nick makes a decision. He's in the bathtub at home. His mother has left the bathroom for a moment. Nick is alone in the water. And he thinks, "If I roll over face first into the water, I could end this. I wouldn't have to be a burden anymore. I wouldn't have to face another day of school." He tries. He rolls forward. His face goes under the water. But then he thinks about his parents, about how much they love him, how devastated they'd be. He rolls back up, gasps for air, and cries. 2 years later, at age 10, he tries again. Same thought process. Same desperation. Same decision to stop because he couldn't do that to his family. Nick later said, "I survived because I didn't want my parents to find me dead. That's the only reason. I had no other hope." Age 12. Nick is still struggling, still depressed, still questioning why he's alive. Then something happens at school. A janitor, a maintenance worker, strikes up a conversation with Nick. The janitor has a disability too. He's missing a hand. He tells Nick, "I see you. I see you struggling. I want you to know something. Your disability doesn't define you. What defines you is what you choose to do despite it." The janitor shares his own story, the challenges he's faced, the life he's built anyway. It's the first time anyone with a disability has spoken to Nick like this. Not with pity, not with curiosity, but with understanding. You have a choice, the janitor says. You can focus on what you don't have, or you can focus on what you do have. Around the same time, Nick's mother shows him a passage from the Bible. John chapter 9. The disciples ask Jesus about a man born blind. Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answers, neither. This happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Something clicks for Nick. Maybe, he thinks, I wasn't born without limbs by accident. Maybe there's a purpose I haven't seen yet. It's not an instant transformation. He's still struggling, still depressed sometimes, still faces bullying. But a seed has been planted. Life without limbs doesn't mean life without purpose. Age 13. Nick decides to stop focusing on what he can't do and start mastering what he can. He has one small deformed foot with 2 toes. Medical. LY, it's called a partial foot. To Nick, it becomes everything. He teaches himself to write, using his toes. Holding a pen between his 2 toes, he practices writing letters. Over and over. Hours every day. At first, it's illegible, but he keeps practicing. Then he learns to type, using those same 2 toes on a keyboard. He practices until he can type 43 words per minute, faster than many people with hands. He learns to use a computer mouse, to answer the phone, to brush his teeth, to drink from a cup. Every task requires innovation, adaptation, hundreds of failed attempts before success. But Nick keeps going. Age 17. A classmate's mother asks Nick to speak at her prayer group. Just share his story. 5 to 10 minutes. Nick is terrified. What does he have to say? Who wants to hear from him? But he agrees. He stands before the group. Well, he doesn't stand. He's in his wheelchair. But he speaks. He tells them about being born without limbs, about the bullying, about wanting to die, about finding purpose. When he finishes, half the room is crying. People come up to him afterward. Thank you, they say. You've inspired me. That's when Nick realizes something profound. His life isn't about what he can't do. It's about what his story can do for others. If I can give people hope, he thinks, then I have a purpose. Age 19. Nick starts speaking more. Schools, churches, community centers. Then he gets invited to speak in South Africa. His first international trip. He speaks to thousands. The response is overwhelming. People are transformed by his message. If I can have hope without limbs, you can have hope with whatever challenge you're facing. Word spreads. More invitations. More countries. More audiences. By his mid-20s, Nick has founded a nonprofit, Life Without Limbs. His mission, to share hope with people facing their own limitations. He travels to poverty-stricken communities in India, orphanages in China, schools in Africa, prisons in America, churches in South America, conferences in Europe, 70+ countries, 8+ million people face-to-face, hundreds of millions more through video. His message never changes. Your life has value. Your challenges have purpose. You are not a mistake. But Nick doesn't just speak about overcoming limitations. He demonstrates it. He learns to surf. Without arms or legs, he gets on a surfboard and rides waves. It takes years of practice, hundreds of wipeouts, and a custom board. But he does it. He learns to swim, propelling himself through water using his body's momentum and his small foot. He plays drums, using his toes and his mouth to hit the drums and cymbals. He plays golf, specially designed club, toes to grip, incredible precision. Every time someone says impossible, Nick shows them possible. Not to show off, but to prove a point. Your limitations are real. But they're not the end of the story. 2008, Nick is speaking in Texas. After his talk, he meets a young woman named Kane Miyahara. Kane is Japanese, beautiful, kind. She's moved by Nick's speech. They start talking, then emailing, then calling. Nick has always wondered if he'd ever get married. Who would want to marry a man with no arms or legs, he'd thought. I can't hold someone, can't provide for them physically. But Kane sees him differently. She sees his heart, his purpose, his joy. February 12th, 2012. Nick and Kane get married. The wedding photos are stunning. Kane in a white dress, Nick in a tuxedo, both radiant with joy. God gave me a wife more beautiful than I could have imagined, Nick says. Not because I deserve it, but because he has better plans than we can see. 2013, Nick and Kane's first son, Kiyoshi, is born. He has arms and legs, perfectly healthy. Nick holds his son. Well, Kiyoshi is placed on Nick's chest, and Nick cries tears of joy. Second son, Dayon. Twin daughters, Olivia and Ellie. The man born without limbs is now a father of 4. Nick plays with his kids. They climb on him, hug him, love him. To them, dad is dad. Limbs or no limbs. My kids don't see disability, Nick says. They see daddy. And that's all that matters. Today, Nick Vujicic is 41 years old. He's spoken to over 8 million people in person. His videos have been watched by hundreds of millions more. He's written multiple best-selling books, founded multiple nonprofits, changed countless lives. But when you ask Nick about his greatest accomplishment, he doesn't talk about the speeches or the books. He talks about the emails, the messages, the people who tell him, "I was going to end my life. Then I watched your video. You gave me hope. I was giving up on my dreams. Your story made me try again. I thought my disability meant I had no future. You showed me I was wrong." Nick's message has always been simple. If God can use a man without arms and legs to be his hands and feet, then he will certainly use any willing heart. And life without limbs doesn't mean life without limits. It means living without limits, because your value isn't in what you have, it's in who you are. Born without limbs in 1982. Tried to end his life at 8 and 10. Now husband, father of 4. Traveled to 70+ countries. Inspired millions. From Why Am I Alive? To This Is Why I'm Alive. This is Nick Vujicic, and his life proves that your circumstances don't define your purpose. Your response to them does. In life, you have 2 choices. You can be bitter, or you can be better. Your circumstances don't determine your future. Your decisions do. And I'm here to tell you, you have incredible value, incredible purpose, and incredible potential, no matter what you're facing.